Everybody, and welcome back to the Cooperators Viewers Couch. I'm your host, Ben, and today, as always, for Ghostbusters at least, I am joined by Carmen. Oh, that way.
Yo.
And Gabe.
Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Oh, apparently pretty good. He's powering up.
Yeah.
You don't want us exposing ourselves, so.
Oh, jeez.
The judicial restraining order. That thing I got from her.
Oh.
Yeah.
But man, that lawyer in the courthouse scene though.
Carmen.
That's like in your non. That's it.
That's why that's what the movie. I was into it.
Oh, I forgot to switch your thing over. Well, before I get to that, I will do the intro stuff. If you didn't know, on the Cooperators Viewers Couch, each and every week, me, Carmen, and Gabe are getting together and we are reviewing the Ghostbusters movies from the franchise. Yes, that is Ghostbusters 1, 2, and the remake. And maybe one day, if that other one ever comes out, we will review that one too. Aftermath, I saw the trailer today again, and it looks pretty good. Pretty good.
It's got Paul Rudd in it.
Yep. Automatic A for me.
Yeah.
That guy's pretty good.
All right.
You can catch us each and every week on wherever you get your podcasts, as well as live on Twitch at twitch.tv/theco_operators. You can also catch us on social media where we put up our very little amounts of things, because I haven't actually got to that very often. I should probably do that more. Maybe these guys will start sending me some content that I can send out to you. Something hilarious and mostly appropriate.
Oh, you can send them anything. You can put out anything that I put into our chat.
Okay. Most of that I don't think is very appropriate.
Yeah, okay.
I remember back to Harry Potter. I remember when you were talking about Malfoy's mom.
Oh man, Malfoy's mom. Yeah, I forgot about Malfoy's mom. I would probably choose the lawyer over Malfoy's mom, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Like Malfoy's mom, you don't even know what she does. It's just like she's Malfoy's mom. Like that's her job. This lawyer lady, like she's accomplished. She's like ambitious. Obviously, she's working as a lawyer. It's a difficult thing to do, and I don't know. Just, gets business done.
Gets shit done. I agree with that. Lawyers always get shit done.
Yeah.
All right, just let me make this quick edit to the thing. So just keep talking there, Carmen.
Oh, okay. Gabe, what do you think about the lawyer?
I mean, like the lawyer's fine. Not as good as Louis Tully. I feel like Louis steals that scene, that sequence of things.
He's pretty good in there, yeah.
I think so too. Oh yeah.
The part when he's taking the dictation from, or the instructions or whatever from Bill Murray about what to say. That part was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm all set up. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I guess we should just jump right into the plot. I think that I'm doing it this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me those 2 minutes on that clock.
2 minutes are on the clock. Ready? Set. Go.
5 years after saving New York from destruction of Gozer, the Ghostbusters have now been sued for property damage incurred and barred from investigations of the supernatural, forcing them out of their business. Ray owns an occult bookstore, and Winston helps him with unpopular children's entertainment. Hilarious. They try and do the Ghostbusters song. It does not go very well for them. Egon is working at a laboratory, and of course Peter Venkman, as he seems like a game show host, is now a television host, doing stuff for that. We go over to a museum, and they're cleaning paintings, and we learn about the infant son, Oscar, and its baby stroller goes haywire and goes off by itself, but stops right before it dies. Probably a good thing. At the museum, the portrait of Vigo, the Carpathian, 16th century tyrant and a powerful magician, comes to life and enslaves Dana's boss, who decides that Dana, child, is the one that he will be putting Vigo into. Meanwhile, the Ghostbusters go into the sewers and they find a bunch of weird-ass slime. Ghostbusters are then arrested because they destroy the street. and because they're investigating the supernatural, in a courtroom they have these two random ghosts that come out that attack a judge because he's being an asshole, and they're like reinstated basically. One night, the slime invades Dana's apartment, attacking her and Oscar, so she seeks refuge with Peter, and then they get their bang on. The Ghostbusters then have to defend New York from the onslaught of weird-ass things that are happening because of the slime, and they put slime all over the Statue of Liberty, and it comes in and destroys shit. Dana gets captured, and her kid almost gets the Vigo-ness in her, and because of the good vibes from the outside, New Year's Eve, things go good. Statue of Liberty destroys the building. Old Lang Syne, positivity for New York. Hey, Vigo's gone, and then there's a picture of them like naked, and yeah, that's the movie.
Right.
I think it was done by.
Picture of them naked.
Aren't they naked on that horse?
No.
Oh, maybe I just
That's
hope they were
right.
naked.
What was that kid?
I think it was done by Fettuccine.
Right. Yeah, they're like wearing like philosopher like robes and stuff.
It's a Renaissance.
Oh, okay. I thought they were
It's
naked.
like an oil canvas painting.
That's fair. Yeah, so that's the Ghostbusters movie in 2 minutes. Is there anything you guys think should be added in that was missed out? That was big plot points.
I would have just said like all the New Yorkers are being assholes to each other, causes a slime underneath the city, and that slime reanimates a dead dude in a portrait, and the Ghostbusters have to stop him.
Yeah, and the slime
That's
cuts
good,
two
too.
ways.
Yeah,
It cuts two ways. You can positively affect it or negatively affect it.
Mm-hmm.
it's mood slime.
Mood
Mood
slime.
slime.
My
What
favorite
else
kind of
is-
slime.
Scaleri Brothers, I guess, but like that's
But
kind of more.
those are the people in the courtroom. I mentioned them.
Didn't mention the lawyer.
Oh, well.
That's fine. That's fine.
Are you talking about like the
plot
the
point.
prosecution lawyer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She was okay.
Oh,
Not my type.
Trying to think about what else there was that like. Kind of the end of the world stuff is interesting, because they talk about the end of the world happening on Valentine's Day
Yeah,
or happening
on New Year's.
on New Year's, because that guy was kind of right.
Yeah,
But then
if not for
But
the
then the question
Ghostbusters.
is, here's the other thing, which I think is, if they were really smart for the next movie, they could make it on Valentine's Day, and then it's released on the same time, and it's be like, oh, that's clever.
I don't think they will though.
That actually already passed though. It was like Valentine's Day 2018 or something like that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
2016 I think.
Oh, okay.
26.
Yeah,
What
it's funny. I was
else
watching
is
that. I was
there?
like, whoa, the world didn't end that year. What is this? That Mayan thing?
I think that's also I think that's pretty much it. Like Lewis becomes an honorary Ghostbuster because he puts on the proton pack and the
Yeah.
and the thing. Slimer makes a reappearance.
Two
Uh,
reappearances. Once in the fire station. Once on the bus. Funny about that, he was actually supposed to be in way more scenes, and he was supposed to actually try and capture Slimer. And what we see are just like the remains of those shots that were actually taken. But he was supposed to have a way bigger part. But it's funny when they were like ending. I guess maybe not jump ahead too much, but when they were inside like fighting Vigo, and he was like outside shooting the slime. I thought when they came outside, they were all going to be celebrating him because they thought he destroyed everything.
Right.
I thought that would have been a hilarious ending. And their guys coming out and like they already see everyone celebrating and like not paying attention to them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that'd be pretty
That would
funny.
be good.
But instead, they get their big celebration and everyone loves them again. But I bet in a couple months, everyone's gonna hate them again, just like the first one.
Yep.
Oh,
It's kinda-
man.
Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't.
Yep.
What do you mean? How she got this?
It's the way of the road.
Yep. That's how being a hero is. You're a hero until everyone realizes how many bills they have to pay now that you destroyed everything.
Right.
Put you on
What a
this.
ride.
They also changed. They also changed Janine's appearance to look more like the cartoon show, as I
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think her attitude and stuff too. Like it was all very much changed from the first one. But man,
Yeah.
they definitely uploaded some of those files, Gabe. Upload all those files.
Huh?
Oh,
It's a callback to when we did Picard.
Oh.
Sex is uploading files.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Or as Carmen likes to put it, they bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks. I understand that. I understand things.
Spook Central.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was the one who came up with the uploading files or whatever.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I forgot.
No, you weren't there.
Yeah, no,
You weren't
he was there. He was there for another joke about uploading files to a server.
Oh. Was that before or after we made those jokes? Did we just steal that straight up from Carmen?
Yeah.
No, I think there are two separate ones.
Hmm.
I think there are two separate instances.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, well, let's jump into this movie and talk about what we thought about it, what we didn't like, what we did like, all that kind of good stuff like we'd always do on the podcast. Carmen, do you want to start us off?
I feel like this movie allowed Harold Ramis to go a little bit crazier than he did in the first one,
Yeah.
which I really like.
Yeah.
Like Egon has a lot of really great moments. That part included. I mean, like the Del Rey Egon.
Oh,
Super
yeah, so
fun.
good.
Like the yo,
Yeah.
and like the part about like the atomic weight of cobalt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that whole scene, and yeah, I mean like him like jackhammering in the middle of the road is hilarious as well. He's just like looks so excited about it. He's just like
And when they
He has
pass the
some really-
buck off to one another, he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
like-
just get this guy over here. He'll talk." It's like, "Oh, no."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like I mean like the test that he does with like the straight into Slinky, like he just has like so many good lines. So
Oh, the puppy.
I really enjoyed Egon in this movie.
Yeah.
There's many things to reference there. Like
I think he's
he got
definitely
he
a
got a
goat.
little bit sillier. It was kind of like he came into his own. Oh, and yeah, the puppy, of course, yeah.
Oh, the puppy. All right,
Take
give
away
it.
the puppy.
Give her a puppy.
No,
Now take away the
Wait,
puppy.
why not this time try taking away the puppy?
Yeah.
So good. Just like he just has like no like sympathy for the kid who's gonna get the puppy taken away. He's just like, "Gotta take away the puppy now."
And then like like when Dana's like, "Oh, does he ever ask about me?" And then he like points his instrument over. He's like, "No." And then he's like, Yeah, Harold Ramis was really funny in the first one, but he was kind of just like the nerd character who like didn't really do too much aside from like contribute to like the overall like oh the shit, like things are going wrong. And this one I feel like he had a little more fun,
Mhm.
but at the same time maintained that character he had in the first one. So I really liked him in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that he upped his game, or they upped his the Egon game.
Mhm.
I think some of the best
Egon.
moments definitely came from Egon in this one. I found that there was not enough Winston in this this movie. I don't. Oh, Gabe, what are you doing? Go back to widescreen. There you go.
This is being filmed live, Gabe.
Yeah,
What are you
Gabe,
doing?
what are you doing?
Are you checking baseball scores or something?
I'm always checking baseball.
He only checks your baseball scores, Carmen.
Oh.
There, I think that's good. I think I fixed it. It was just getting a little twitchy.
Um,
The thing with these A2s, they were always a little twitchy.
but yeah, no, I wish that there was more Winston. I think that he kind of got cut out of a lot of this movie.
Yeah, as opposed to the last one when he was in it all the time.
Yeah, that's true. But still, like, like he's such a good character. I wouldn't want to see more of him. And like because we didn't see a lot of him in the first one, you think that they would have maybe stepped up the game and brought him in on more of the scenes, more of the comedy. But I feel like he was barely in the movie at all.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah. So once again, we get into the diversity talk where there's very little diversity in this entire movie. There's 2 women, and I don't think they ever talk to each other. Oh no, they do. They talk to each other once. So I guess it does fit that whatever that test is called. Gabe mentioned it before.
They did not go to Chinatown this time.
That's true.
Right.
But no, there's that test that if 2 women talk to each other about something that isn't relationships and some love, I think that it did it for like 3 seconds. In this one, could be wrong.
Yep.
When Janine talks to her when they get caught banging on the couch.
Oh.
Oh, gee, or hey, Dan, I didn't see you come in there. I know what you're doing, Lewis.
Yeah. Um, he was great in it too. Lewis's character, I feel like it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I liked him more in this one than the first one, but he was still pretty great. Maybe he just wasn't in it as much as he was in the first one. Um, but he was still like that great awkwardness even after everything that goes on in the first one, and like him trying to like make it into things, and then him getting taken in as the lawyer and just being useless. All pretty good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Story wise, I've
Do
got
we
a
want to talk
nope.
Oh, sorry, Ben.
No, you go ahead, Gabe.
I was gonna say before that, do we want to talk about like Easter eggs or no? Are
Oh
we
yeah.
gonna...
Do you have any Easter eggs you want to bring up?
Dude, okay, so you know that scene, and I found this out quite recently from I think it was like a fan base forum, or it could be IMDb, I'm not sure. But like there's that scene in the very beginning of the film where he goes, "Oh, my dad says you guys are full of crap."
Mm-hmm.
That kid,
That's
Ivan
Jason
Reitman.
Reitman.
Or no,
yeah.
Ivan Reitman's son, Jason
Yeah,
Reitman. Yeah. I
it's
think
great.
that's wild.
Yeah.
You can even hear it in his voice. His dad thinks they're full of crap.
Pretty good.
Another fun thing is that the baby is actually twins. It's actually two kids.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of them passed away when he was 28, which is sad. He committed suicide, which is very sad. But his brother's still around. But yeah, there was twins. They didn't just use the one kid, probably because of timing stuff. So you can only have children on film a certain amount of time every day. So that could have been it.
Picture this. Lewis Tully, as Ben pointed out, there was the whole kind of like sequence of him trying to chase Slimer. There was also, in addition, another character named Sherman Tully, who was Lewis's cousin, who would have been played by Eugene Levy.
Oh, that would have been so good.
I would have been down for that.
I would
love
have
Eugene Levy.
I would have been down for it, but I also wonder if at that point it would have been like quite the not fun sequel and just like very hammy.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Would have been cool to see.
Yeah.
Those were the only two that I kind of was like, oh, I didn't know that. Revisiting it. Those are the two Easter eggs that I was like, oh shit, that's kind of neat.
I think I'd just like to see Eugene Levy get in there and start talking to the Ghostbusters, and then
Yeah,
be
that'd
like,
be
"Oh,
good.
so you guys bust ghosts, then, don't ya? Does busting make you feel good?" It's my Eugene Levy impression.
That's you. Okay. I was like, who are you trying to impersonate right now?
That's the best I got. Oh, so you bust ghosts there, huh?
Oh my god.
I will say
Busted
this:
make you
they
feel good.
did manage to make those ghosts scary. That's for sure.
Mhm.
They every one now there's been like a scary ghost for sure. Like in the first one, I don't know about you, but like that taxi driving skeleton thing, fucking, I have nightmares about that still. And this one, I feel like the Scaleri brothers were pretty scary,
Yeah.
but those heads were really scary in the subway.
Oh yeah.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Those stick the shit out of me.
Actually,
So go for it, yeah.
the
go back to you.
Scaleri brothers are actually, I guess they're supposed to be a parody or like a homage to the Blues Brothers that Dan Aykroyd was also one of.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could totally...
So that's what they are supposed to be modeled after, which is kind of cool.
That'd
Yeah,
be
cool.
Yeah, so in terms of like the story, I found that I didn't like the story as much as the first one. I think the first one had a little bit more to it, and this one maybe focused a little bit too much on the graphics and animation kind of stuff to pull it along, rather than some of the extra comedy as well as story writing for the entire thing. I think that the bringing Gozer back was just so much of a bigger thing, and then how they defeated him was like made way more sense than giant Eiffel Tower or not Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty coming in, using slime and happiness. So I just think it was like a stronger story from start to finish in the first one compared to this. And yeah, I think just very much like kind of how a lot of movies are now. They just fall too much back on the animation and the graphics, which makes sense because I mean they did increase a bunch of that, and like they got a lot better from the first to the second movie.
Yeah, you weren't down for the Carpathia. I get it.
But it's funny because it had way better graphics, but actually had, I think, the exact same budget of around 30 million. But it made less at the box office, and they think because of I think I read somewhere that he blamed the zeitgeist, which I'm not really sure what that is. I'm assuming one of you film people would know.
Zeitgeist is more of like, I think if I remember correctly, it's like cultural. It's like the cultural tone or the pulse of the people.
Oh, okay.
But let me quickly find out what the definition is, unless you got it, Carmen.
No, I don't know things.
Is the concept from the 18th, 19th century German philosophy meaning spirit of the age.
Okay, so it's just like people's taste of the time. So like now it's superhero movies, and for one point it was like all heist movies and that kind of stuff. Okay, that makes sense. I think maybe it had too dark of a tone for the time.
Maybe. To me though, I don't know. The second one I kind of feel like is better than the first one in a couple ways. I also can see the arguments for why the first one is so good, but like I really like the message of the second one, which is being kind to one another.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I would make the argument and go one step further and say this film is a holiday movie. It's a Christmas movie, and I think if anyone, like, I'm sorry, I'm not in the majority of believing that like Die Hard is a Christmas movie just because it takes place at Christmas. To me, I think like a Christmas film has to have like the same kind of like spirit of a holiday film, of like a message. And so I guess, I mean,
it has spirit.
Yeah.
Well, Die Hard has the spirit of Christmas. It's all about love and murdering people. Like, isn't that what Christmas is all about?
That's true.
Ho.
Machine gun.
Yeah, and he gets gifts. He gets gifts from the Germans, and
yeah. I think Ghostbusters 2 is like a close shave for a holiday movie just because of the timing of it. It's right after Christmas. It's heading into New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
But the message is like, yeah, be good to one another, and like the power of goodness can actually, like, you can stop the end of the world. You can stop so many things with cultural movements, which I think maybe that isn't the zeitgeist. You're right, because that's like a total mind cultural shift for people to be like, yeah, man, we should not be assholes anymore. We should actually, like, you know, do things and change the world to make it better. Yeah. So for me, I'm like, yeah, it's got a good message, because I think the first one is like anybody can be a Ghostbuster if you are with your friends and like you're unstoppable. You can team up against the darkness, like Carmen was saying, right? Like there's all this darkness around, and there's a little bit of light that you can find with your friends. I'm paraphrasing now from Carmen's, but
sure,
yeah. I'm doing a creative paraphrasing.
Yeah. I think what I meant to say in that piece there was that, like, you know, if you know, as a child, you're afraid of the unknown, and like, you know, there might be ghosts or whatever, monsters in the closet. But all of a sudden, if you have a proton pack, if you're a Ghostbuster, then all those things are afraid of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like suddenly you've had the yellow pill, and now you can eat the ghosts.
So you go from like the bully to the bully, or
right,
bully
exactly.
to the protector.
Yeah.
I guess the first one didn't really have that much of a message compared to this one, like you're talking about. I think that the stuff that Carmen says definitely makes sense, but it doesn't have the same
kind of.
We talked
about the first one. The message of the first one was like
be cool.
Entrepreneurship and, like, you know, being able to like start your own business and stuff, and then like red tape from the government trying to stop you, and like
That's true.
Overpowering that.
That's true, and that the environmental society or whatever they were, or the bad guys, they don't deserve to have good things.
So I think the villains in this one are a little bit more, a little more aligned with my morality, maybe, because it's more about. I would just say that, like, you know,
who are the villains in this one? Tell me.
Vigo, the slaughterer, who's like based on Rasputin.
The European Carpathian. Okay,
right.
That's one.
Yeah. So yeah, that case. The other villain is
the boss,
the mayor's
Janosch.
PR dude.
Oh yeah,
Janosch.
And the I guess he wasn't really the bad guy though. He was like, his mind was taken over, so really he was just like brainwashed into like kidnapping the kid and kidnapping the lady.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Why
are you so close to your thing there, dude?
Well, I love you too. I
Yeah.
just got in close just because I know this the way Carmen phrases the bad guy stuff. I was like, oh, he's gonna make him sweat now.
What? How?
Well, man, if you think about it, Ghostbusters 2, hella progressive with the villains.
A bunch of white people.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not just any. They're like you've got the
Oh, I see. You're Eastern European, right? Yeah.
they're but not just even that. Like they're men in position of power that like have totally abused it. Like the PR, the mayor's number 2,
And the
is
the
basically
judge.
that he had the Ghostbusters locked up in a mental asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He totally abuses power, and when the mayor found out, he's like, "Well, you can get out of here."
Yeah.
Re-election.
Somebody get me the Ghostbusters.
And I guess,
Mr. Mayor,
yeah.
Mr. Mayor, you want to come take a look at this? Okay, Carmen, say it.
Last night I had a conversation with I can't remember what. John,
He's been
John
dead.
Adams. He's been dead.
Oh, right. Yeah. That was so good. But yeah, I actually it's true. And then the judge being like a complete asshole and like just ready to like lock them up and charge them a ton of money for the
You're
time.
right.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Man, this movie is questioning a lot of the men.
Yeah.
And also like Janosch is like a total like sexual predator as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like in like the like the biggest way.
Yeah. Even before he turned evil, he was he came on a little bit too strong.
Oh, you have a little bit of fluff in your hair.
Do you guys both have the exact same cup?
We're actually right next to each other right now. We're sharing the same glass.
We have the same
that,
glass.
doesn't work because his
Can I
is
have
empty
more of
and
that,
yours is
actually?
full.
Gabe, can I have
Yeah,
some more of that?
Here, I'll give it to you right now.
Oh, thanks, Gabe.
You're welcome. I mean, these glasses should look familiar. You ought to know. You
No,
bought
those
them.
aren't from my parents' place. I didn't buy those.
I also know that's not what oh, there we go. That's not what Carmen's apartment looks like.
Oh no, I put a set
An extra
to
wall.
look like my apartment in Gabe's apartment.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah,
put up
so
an extra wall in his
We're at Gabe's
apartment.
place right now, but I have
Oh, okay.
my apartment. Like I've got like the curtains,
The lights
like,
and the curtains
the-
and oh man, that's a
like,
lot of
just-
work for a single podcast.
well, you know, I wanted to, you know,
The illusion.
for the
Sorry
pulse.
for the people who listen to this later, because this is also a podcast.
This is a podcast. Oh shit.
So if you want to see what they're talking about, you can always go on to twitch.tv/theco_operators and see us live, as well as on YouTube, because we now have a YouTube where we're going to post these things. But back to the story. Yeah, we do. I just made it this past week and put on some videos and stuff.
Let me fix this lighting.
Yeah.
There.
Yo, ooh, tube.
All right, so back to the story. But yeah, yeah, I guess I can't really say much more about the plot. I think I just disappointed. I thought it'd be more the same. Also, we were talking about like what was better of the two of them. The second one didn't have the Marshmallow Man's face as he was dying. So just putting that out there, like I don't know.
I agree that the Marshmallow Man walking through downtown Manhattan was way cooler than the Statue of Liberty walking through downtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know, it was fun and silly that they like attached like a Nintendo controller to the Statue of Liberty and like you know they piloted it into town with like you know beautiful sliming, like you know all that stuff is very silly and fun, but it didn't hit home quite as good as the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit too much like they were trying to recreate the first one.
Yeah.
But I mean it was still fun. I didn't mind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I liked the Marshmallow Man more because he was like the bad guy too, right? Like he actually did stuff as he was moving around. He was destroying stuff, trying to kill people, whereas the Statue of Liberty was just kind of walking and had a police escort, and people were like cheering it on, even though every step that thing would have taken would have like destroyed the road and probably killed all the people around it. Like
Yeah.
there's no way with that something that heavy when it took a step like it wouldn't have destroyed and like created massive damage and probably like gone through the road into like the sewer system. But you know, logic, it's not part of this movie's just like any movie like this.
Yeah, I mean it's
Proton
a good thing
packs.
we didn't talk about this sort of thing with Pacific Rim. like
Oh,
the road,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
mechs walking through the city,
Well,
crushing streets.
I have to assume that in that movie, like they would have built like infrastructure to make it so robots could run or like
Right.
walk on it, right? Because they knew about the Jaegers and then they did infrastructure. They didn't know in this movie that they're going to turn the Statue of Liberty life and have it walk down the street.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's how I, just oh, fuck you, Gabe. Need to make that worth more. Especially because now I'm out of water. Yeah, I think that it had a lot of good parts in it for sure, but no, I think the first was just so much stronger in so many ways. And actually, it's funny because Bill Murray definitely thought around the same. Like he thought there was too much emphasis on the effects compared to like building the characters, and
Right.
some of the scenes actually were added in later because there was so much downtime because there was so much more relationship building and character building for like Venkman and Egon and all that.
Oh, yeah.
They had to add in I think it was the part with the skulls that we talked about earlier, as well as I think the part with the bathtub. There was like two like parts that were added in post production or like for reshoots to add a little bit of something in there to actually bring back like the scariness to everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
I did like the head scene in the subway, and the subway scene in general. What about the packs? What about the packs? Yeah, it's so scary because you're watching them go down there, and you're like, "Yo, you guys are Ghostbusters. Why wouldn't you bring your Ghostbusting gear with you?"
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's just like why would you go into like this place that is probably haunted? And it's like,
Like
are your backs really that sore?
Yeah, like an abandoned fucking railway line. You know there's gonna be ghosts in an abandoned place.
Yeah, for sure.
What about the packs?
Yeah.
Also,
Oh man, that's pretty cool.
when the Venkman talks about like what is it, the East River, and talking about how many dead bodies are in it, that was pretty dark. I was like, yeah, but you're probably right. There are probably a lot of dead people in that place.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I thought there was some really great scenes with the character building and like showing the friendship between the Ghostbusters as well, and also between Dana and Peter, because like that scene when he goes to see the baby, and he's like, "Well, I know I'm asking for the big hurt," he's like, he kind of does it his own way, but then like when he has a moment just alone with the baby, when he's done, like he doesn't have to like perform for his friends or for Dana. He's just kind of like looking at the baby. And it's like, "Oh, I could have been your dad or whatever," right?
yeah.
And he's kind of reflecting on that. So you kind of get to see that, like, he's a person underneath all like the game show host stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I also really like the scene when they're at the firehouse and they're first showing the mood slime, and they're like, talking about it, and they're like, interacting, and like they find out that Harold Ramis has been sleeping with it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like, that seems really good. But then there's a part at the end of it when Venkman like puts his fingers in, and he's like, oh, and he like pretends that he's all hurt, and then like Ray is like, get out! And they grab him, and like they're all like kind of horse playing around. It's such like a fun scene because it's like these guys who were facing all these like serious like supernatural threats, and they just like kind of have this moment of downtime where they're just like kind of having fun with each other. And it's just like fun watching people do that. It's just, I think it's the same sort of thing why people watch Twitch, like people watch or playing video games together. It's just fun to watch people having fun.
Yeah, it's true. I really like the toaster. The dancing toaster is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Though it was, I feel like there was a little bit of a stretch going from like a dancing toaster to having the Statue of Liberty like start to actually walk and stuff. But Gabe, gotta move your camera back. You're outside of your scene.
I got it. I got it.
I blame him trying to look up his horoscopes or whatever the astrology stuff is.
No, I was trying to put my battery on adaptive mode. Because I got 4%. But don't worry, help is on the way.
Jeez. Are you gonna plug it into a computer or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it went sideways. It went wonky.
Yeah, you went wonky.
It went wonky. I got it.
There we go.
Cool.
I got it.
Great.
Nice. Okay, weird stuff's happening over there.
Are you choking yourself for that?
Yeah. Oh, jeez, weird stuff's happening over there.
Around your neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get it. That's not where that goes. It doesn't go up your nose, Gabe. The plug, the adapter's not for the nose. No.
Wrong type of
Nope.
current. It's gonna be a mucus current.
It's also
No, it's
not
not.
a
You don't shave with it.
razor. You don't shave with it.
It's not cutting your hair.
Okay, this
It's
is
not
really
doing
bad podcasting, guys. The podcast will know nothing what he's doing. But yeah, I think other than those like kind of knocks, I thought it was a pretty entertaining movie. I would definitely suggest it to people who like kind of want something a little campy but still fun to watch. I definitely don't think I love it as much as you guys do. Like I think they're okay. It's not, but I don't have any kind of urge to watch either of them in the next couple years. Probably, I think that's probably good for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's probably the same way with like stuff like Harry Potter for you guys, right? Like, I could watch those movies like on the daily, but I'm sure that you guys probably won't watch them again for a couple years.
We'll see.
I mean, yeah, you never know. I think with 2, I think Carmen made a good point about the camaraderie. Maybe that's why I like watching it sometimes again. But I would say to like the 82 people watching right now, just like when I put on a new pair of MeUndies, just try it. You never know, you could like it. I'm
Are
only
we
saying
sponsored by them?
No, not exactly. Kind
Oh,
like
man.
we have like a referral code for people. So if they
Oh,
do
really?
go in,
Yeah.
they can get. I'm pretty sure it's 20% off your first order, which is awesome.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You could.
So if you
You
want
could.
20% off some undies, trust me.
Do you actually have a pair of MeUndies?
That's all I use is MeUndies.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All of my underwear is MeUndies.
they're
Okay.
very comfy.
Yeah.
I've been told.
Oh, they are very
I
comfy.
I only wear Scroats underwear. It's like Sax, but less classy.
Gross.
Anywho,
Or
what
is
I
that
was saying,
just you
it's
saying
kinda
that you
like
go commando?
It's kind of like that, where like
It's
you just try your fit and see if you like it, and
It
you know,
beats the
just
loincloth.
It's
give it
true.
a shot.
Yeah, I need to turn off that sound somehow. Because we don't want that going in there. But that's fine. We'll fix that for next time. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about the movie. Is there anything you guys want to bring up before we...
No, I
kinda
would just
rock it out?
challenge people to give the film a shot during the holidays and see it like a holiday movie because it does have a good message. I think there's a larger conversation to have with their next film.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I liked it. Very quotable.
Mhm. Yep.
Mm.
Yo.
Are you trying
Yeah,
to shake my
great.
monkey tree again? What did I say? The phone lines are over there. How many times?
Yeah,
Do...
you
So good. Awesome. Well, unlike the last time when we only had the first movie, I think we can go to some rankings. You guys in for that? Guys into
Sure.
rank up some movies? So obviously, because there was only one last week, number 1, so Ghostbusters 1 is in the top spot for every category. Let's start with the villain. Gozer and who was the other one?
Vigo.
No, but like there was 2
Oh, the
villains in the
first
first
one?
one. Yeah, so
Oh,
it'd
I
be
don't know, the Environmental Protection Agency.
yeah,
Paradox.
and dogs. Yeah, I think those would be the 3, right?
Marshmallow Man.
Isn't that Gozer?
Yeah, that's Gozer.
Oh, and their bosses that kick them out of the university.
That's a lot of villains.
Yeah, that's a lot of villains. I don't think you need the university people. They're actually the good guys in this. Know why? Because without them, Ghostbusters wouldn't exist.
That's true.
So
Give
maybe
me
they're
a-
actually the good guy. Oh, that's why he's muted, of course.
Chip break.
Chip break. And in the second one, the villains are Vigo, Yanis, the public relations person,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, those PR people are always assholes. aren't
I know, right? PR people are the worst.
Sure.
And what would be the last one? Because we talked about a last one there.
I don't know. That's all I think. there is.
Negativity.
Men in positions of authority. Men in positions of authority.
Oh, the court,
Oh,
the judge.
The judge, right?
Yeah. So, men in positions of authority and the evil ass painting.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly get some writing down here. So, let's see. Um,
For years I sat on a throne of blood. Yes, yes, I've heard all this before. Now is the season of evil. Vigo. If I were to bring you the baby, could I keep the woman?
yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Once was
Mother.
once was will be again.
Mother to you, the mother to me, and wife to you. Which, if you think about it, very confusing because he's like, how old? That math doesn't add
16th
up.
century, right? Or
Yeah.
13th.
So that math isn't adding up if Sigourney Weaver's going to be the mom.
It's whack.
Okay, so for the villains, would you rank the villains from Ghostbusters 2 above Ghostbusters 1?
Nah.
No, I don't think so either. I think that Puff Man just takes a cake every time.
I think out of the fantasticalness of it, totally, I think number one takes it. But politically, I think number two is better. So it kind of just depends on like where people are at with it. I'm
Yeah.
down for whatever, is what I'm saying. I'm up for anything.
I think we already know that Ghostbusters 1 is just gonna win all these metrics.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, continue.
So the next one we have is the best movie in the franchise. Right now, it is Ghostbusters 1. Do we think that Ghostbusters 2 can beat it out? No? No. Gabe?
You know, I think it's too difficult to do. Like I made the argument for why I like it, but I think for me it's more taste than it is anything else.
Okay. But do
So
you
it's not
like it?
like-
Do you like it more than 1? I guess is the question.
Like, do you like it? Like it?
Like I like it.
Because like
I like it.
like I guess like when I'm thinking about what's the better movie, it's like what's more enjoyable, what had a better plot, what had better character development, that kind of stuff too, right? Like,
I mean, I did like two, but I also, you got to jump into one before you get into two. So that's my take on it.
yeah,
I think you have to watch Ghostbusters 1 to watch Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah. I mean, Ghostbusters 2 has some, like, took it to the next level. Like even the ghost fighting was better. Like the Scolari brothers courtroom scene
Mhm.
is awesome.
Oh,
You compare
so
that to
good.
Slimer.
yeah,
Like Slimer is like kind of cool, and you get to see it and all that, and I love that scene. But then you take it to Scolari brothers, and it's like, oh, this is like there's two ghosts now.
Yeah.
They're fighting, and like they have this coordinated effort and all this. You
Mhm.
really get to see them in action. It's like super cool. So like there's so many things in Ghostbusters 2 that like up it and are really cool. But it's just like Ghostbusters 1 was just like yeah, as Gabe said, it was the pedestal that stood up everything, and it was already really good the way it was.
yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better, Carmen. You got that one. He's a harbor chick.
Sweet. Well, I totally agree. I think that Ghostbuster 1 like just steps like that next step above. I do agree though that they definitely like upped the effects and like the fighting scenes and all that kind of stuff. Even like the makeup that they put on Dan Aykroyd when Vigo takes him over was like awesome. It had very much a Bilbo turning bad vibe to it.
Totally.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Lord of the Rings, nerds.
But if they haven't watched Lord of the Rings, are they really nerds?
No, they're probably like the popular kids in school.
Yeah.
Then go
No,
watch Lord of the
I'm
Rings,
Eagle.
jocks. All right, so we didn't do this last time, but our MVPs or maybe MG. No, MB somethings. MVPs. Most bustable
Louis
people.
Tully.
For Ghostbusters 2?
No, for Ghostbusters 1 first. Because we didn't do it the first time.
Louis Tully. Still Louis Tully for me. Still gonna be.
For the first one, I'm gonna have to say Bill Murray or Peter Venkman. I think he was the main character of the movie, and I mean, well, I guess like he just kind of went along with everyone else. So okay, no, Dan Aykroyd for the first one. Sorry.
So, Ray?
Although I think that Bill Murray was arguably like the main character of the first movie, Dan Aykroyd is the one that like does everything. Like he sells the house, he helps come up with the gear, he like finds Slimer the first time, and he's the one who goes up to, like, when Gozer's there, he's the one who gets put up to
Mm-hmm.
go talk to it.
Yeah, that's true. He's the one who makes it.
Yeah.
Clear your minds. Everyone clear your mind.
Yeah.
I would say, like, for me, Lewis Tully, I said again and again, just because I think he steals scenes. I think he steals scenes. I think he's the most, not the most quotable, but I tend to quote him quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's just such a lovable character that you want to see more of, and you get to see more of in the second one.
Yeah, I love that he's so awkward. Like, it's so... It's like the kind of person who wasn't, like, socialized properly in school and probably was, like, a super nerd throughout school. But he's, like, super into what he's into, which is awesome. But it's just, like, that awkwardness around people. I'm just like, oh, I love this. Like, everything about you is just, like, what I probably would have been if I didn't have a lot of friends growing up.
You had a lot of friends growing up?
I know, yeah. I had a lot. Well, I did a lot of stuff. I had so many activities that I was always doing.
Right.
I was a busy kid. Yeah.
Uploading files.
Uploading those files.
Well, I'm not convinced. I still think that Ray Stantz is the MVP of the first one. Lewis Tully's cool and all that, and he's fun, but he doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
And so if we're talking about, like, what they did in the movie and what they accomplished, I would say that it's Ray Stantz.
Ooh, doing and accomplishing, yeah.
Okay.
I would say probably Egon and Ray. It's true. He does do the taxes.
Who does the taxes?
Yeah, that's in the second movie. Are we doing the second or the first one?
No, this is still the first one.
Even in the first one, though, he's bold enough to ask, "Who does your taxes?"
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's a tough question to ask someone.
Hey, well, if we start dancing, maybe other people will start dancing too.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys really feel like Lewis Tully is the one, then go for it. But
No.
I will not be coerced.
I'm
For
okay
me-
with Dan Aykroyd. I think Dan Aykroyd makes a lot of sense. It was his boat in a lot of ways. Like, yes, Harold Ramis and Ivan Reitman as well, but, like, realistically, you can tell how passionate Dan Aykroyd is with the entire project.
I think for me, the MVP in the first one, honestly, because of the one scene, because it makes me laugh out loud every time I see it, is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Like, he is, like, the reason that I will go back and watch that movie, because it just makes me laugh so much. Like, you have that, you sent the picture to me in Skype. As soon as I opened the Skype today, I saw it, I burst out laughing. Like, I don't know why it gets me so good, but it's just something about that face, and just like, oh my god. Oh!
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's iconic. So yeah,
Mhm.
I get it.
It's kind of like when you said the monsters in Harry Potter that were like your MVPs. Definitely him. Also, because he's just like such a ridiculous bad guy. Like, of anything they could have turned him into, he could have been like terrifyingly scary, but instead they made him a giant marshmallow, which in some ways is even more scary.
Yeah.
Because he's so
Yeah, I'm fine
disarming.
with that.
Yeah. Now for the second movie, what would guys' MVPs be?
This one's definitely Egon for me.
Carmen.
Yeah.
Egon.
Egon.
What?
I'm grabbing your ears.
Oh. Oh, that's he does that to Ray.
Mm-hmm.
He grabs his ears.
I know, but I'm saying Carmen.
Oh, okay.
You said
Gotcha.
because I didn't agree with you. That's me
Okay.
pulling your ears.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't see
Yeah.
you grabbing my ears.
Sorry, in the
you've done that
podcast, I'm
before.
grabbing.
You've
I'm
actually
grabbing.
done
Carmen's ears. I know.
Not to get information out of me, but for other reasons.
Yeah, for other reasons. He
I
pulled my
stand by it.
ears.
Stand by it. It was a conversation starter.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, for you.
Yeah, it was weird for him. Maybe one day we'll get into that whole thing on one of our podcasts because it was pretty funny.
I think we should interview that person and find out if it worked.
I
Yeah. Okay.
don't know where they would be now because that place shut down.
Find them.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, jeez. Okay. What about you, Gabe? For the second movie, what is your MVP or MVP?
I'll find them.
God.
I think Lewis in this one.
Still. Man,
Still.
you love Lewis.
I do.
Wait, I can't remember. In the female one, is there a Lewis character? Or was Lewis taken out?
In the third one,
Yeah,
or in the reboot,
the reboot. Yeah.
there is a Lewis character, kind of, but not really. No,
Oh,
so that's a no.
lame.
I
Yeah.
think he got amalgamated into Hemsworth's character.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's lame. I
Yeah.
liked his character. Oh, well.
Yeah.
For mine, I think I would have to go with Egon as well. I think that he really came into his own in this one, and he like stole so many scenes. Yeah, I think him taking away the puppy was like one of my favorite ones, as well as the yo. Just it's such a good like one-liner. He's just like yo. But yeah, I would say Egon is probably like one of my favorite parts of this entire movie. So yeah, I think that
Cool.
I think it probably would have been Venkman, but I feel like Venkman's character kind of got gutted a bit from what it was in the first one, because like he was kind of pursuing the relationship more than just like flirting, and it kind of took away from a lot of his charm and like honestly his comedy and as a whole. But yeah,
I don't agree with that. I agree that Egon is the all-star, but I don't agree that Venkman's charm went down the drain. Cause like he's still got all the zingers. Like no more of those cheap don't put any of those old cheap tricks on me after dinner. Oh no, I have all new cheap tricks. Like that's a great line.
yeah, that's pretty good.
It's- I think I kind of know what you mean though, Ben. It's almost like because the other Ghostbusters, the other cast, I mean, became even more larger than what they were before,
Well,
and
except Winston.
they all became more prolific. Even Ernie Hudson, like they had pretty good movies afterwards that they.
Oh, you mean like movie wise?
Yeah, and so I think script wise, like how do you fit? It's kind of like an early Avengers thing. Like how do you fit so many stars in on the bill for one film?
Make it 3 hours, make 3.5 hours or whatever it is. Yeah, awesome. I don't think we do any other more voting, from what I remember. I don't think their suits change or anything like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, they had different suits.
Oh, do they? Other than
They had
the
blue suits at one point.
oh right, those things were awesome. And when they like busted ghosts in the suits, like the actual suits, that was
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, I don't think we need to do any more voting. I think that those 3 categories are probably good for this franchise. Is there anything else you want to say before I start the wrap up?
No. Right behind you, Ray.
Awesome. All right. Well, then that's going to do it for us today, everybody. Like I said at the top of the show, we are the Cooperators, and this is the Cooperators Viewers Couch. You can catch us each and every Thursday on twitch.tv/theco_operators. You can also catch us on social media and wherever you get your podcasts later in the week. Other than that, if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, we'd love to hear them. You can reach out to us either on Anchor through the Anchor Voice or Anchor voicemail app as part of their thing. As well, you can reach us at the cooperatedsentertainment@gmail.com, and we would love to get some questions so that we can get some viewer stuff, some more engagement from you guys out there without Gabe just having to create every question we do. And every time I try and do this wrap up, this is what the guys do. They just do random ass crap.
Are you eating marshmallows?
No, he's eating paper.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't know what
Dirty
he's.
paper.
Why are you eating paper? That's gross. All right, and that is going to do it for us. Gabe, hit us with that question of the day.
Okay, I've been thinking about this one for a while. Who cleans up the slime? Where does the slime go?
EPA, baby.
And then, how long does the slime last for? And if so, did they manage to get the Statue of Liberty back
That's a
in
good
the same
question.
position?
Good
Or
questions.
even just back at all. Like it has human emotions now, doesn't it? Or it has like some kind of slime emotion. So is it just like
And,
is it like a living thing now? Like can they
This
just put it
this
back?
one's This next one's a not safe for work one. So everybody, lock up your, you know, what you got.
Lock up your what?
Whatever you need to.
What?
So this is just a disclaimer for people who don't want to not safe for work thing. Maybe you should just turn the podcast off or the stream off right now, and then we'll go.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, have a good one.
Should have warned them at the beginning.
So Lewis and Janine, they totally boned. There was no condom.
No, she wanted to get pregnant. She talked about that, didn't she? Like she wanted kids and stuff, right? Wasn't that part of the conversation that she had with him?
What, tonight?
Yeah. So I think that she wanted to get pregnant.
Oh.
Oh God, Gabe! Remember, this is streamed live. Okay, he just doesn't care.
Let me try the marshmallow face.
That's right, in Venkman's apartment.
In Venkman's apartment.
Yeah. So, typical.
Awesome. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us today. Thank you, everyone who joined us live. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
What happened?
The Automod just grabbed that one. Oh, jeez. Well, we have Automods for like sexualized content and stuff.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah.
Too hot for handle.
Kaz kill? That was inappropriate. But it's probably true.
How that works.
No, you don't get to see it because you're not a mod on my channel.
Oh.
I should make you a mod, but Gabe's a mod as well.
I really loved it.
I want to be a bot.
There you go.
I wanna allow it so badly.
I did. I just allowed it. It's fine.
Oh
it's not
my
that
God.
bad.
No.
I've seen way worse things in chats than that. I'll try.
I am a bot.
No, you're not a bot. I can give you.
Wait.
I can give you things though. I can give you a mod.
Wait, you got a bot? Oh wait, you say mod or bot?
Both. I have a bot that is one of my auto mods, but I can make you
man.
into a moderator.
What do you mean, Kaz? There was penetration.
Are you sure?
We know.
What if it was just the tip?
Oh no.
Oh, is it time to say other sexual things now?
Wasn't his pants down? Hold on, let's pull up the clip.
Oh jeez.
Pull up the clip. I mean, pull up the clip.
All right.
Enhance.
Bald Power Play is now on the mod list.
Enhance.
You can delete me from that. I don't need to.
Not too bad. You're there now.
Look what you've done. You've done that yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, jeez. All right. I think we're going to end it here so that the podcast people aren't confused about what we're talking about. Thank you, everyone, for joining, and we will see you next time on the Cooperators.
Oh, boy.
Well, they'll see us. We won't see them.
That's true. Then you will see us next time on the Cooperators Reviewers.
There you go.
Oh, and the Mando.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I forgot all about that. Are we recording on Sunday, Gabe?
Yes.
On Sunday, I will put out a tweet for where or what time we're going to be talking, but we are going to be talking about the Mandalorian TV show, episode 1. I'm very, very excited to get back to our roots. That is where the Cooperators all started as the Mighty Mandos podcast. Gabe, are you excited? Excited to get back to roots?
Yes.
He's so excited he's got to be a zoom up time.
I thought we were using Skype. Look out!
Okay, then I am finally going to stop this recording and stop the stream. Thank you again for joining us, and we will hopefully see you on Sunday for the Mighty Mandos. Bye!
Oh, should we say that too?